Good day. This is Einstein AJ, and you are welcome to another edition of our tutorial. In this edition, as you can see from what is on the screen, we want to have something like this. We want to see how we can achieve something like this. Just a room, a door, two windows, a dining table. And in other editions of the tutorial, as we are going to be seeing in the future, we are going to be making the elevations for this room, the roof plan. So I will encourage you to follow us, like, share, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube and on Facebook. So without wasting much of our time, let's quickly begin. So I would like to, as we continue the tutorial, we'll be seeing the application of some of the Autocad tools. And as you can see from the screen, we have the move tool, the copy tool, the rotate, the mirror, the scale, the area, the fillet, the trim, the stretch, and some of the command tools, the line, polyline, cycle, arc. We'll be seeing their use as we continue with the tutorial. So let's quickly start. To begin with, I believe you must have watched our previous tutorial which taught us how to set our page in preparation for a new drawing. So with that in place, the next thing you're expected to do is to fix up your unit. I believe each and everyone, that shouldn't be as hard as anything. It's just for you to go to your format, you go to your unit, you adjust your decimals, go to your format like this, go to your unit. On your unit, when it displays, it's a little bit freezing. I think I have to pause it is up. So you go to your decimal, you specify if you want it architectural, decimal, engineering, fractional, scientific, but most often I prefer the decimal. Then you set your units to millimeter. Then I think that's about all. The angles, go to decimal degrees, your precision should be 0. There are other precisions also, but I prefer taking it to just whole number, nearest whole number. Click on OK. So let's quickly begin our drawing. So the first thing I expected to know is your line command. It is a very important command. I can really say there's little you can do without the line command in AutoCAD. So quickly, you draw your line. Let's assume we want to have a room that is about, let's say, 5,000. The width of the room should be 5,000. Since our readings are in millimeter, we'll enter our 5,000 millimeter. Click on OK. Okay, sorry for this. So we have our 5,000. So we drag it in the downward direction. We enter our 5,000 also. We click OK. Then we have escape. Then we will see how to use. Oh, sorry. It must have extended beyond what I expected. So I can easily delete that. Then pick my line command again. Come back and pick 5,000. That direction. Ensure that your crosshair is showing the direction that you want the 5,000. So I can have it, I can zoom it out. As you can see, as I'm doing, I can zoom it out. So without pressing the 5,000, I can choose to use one of my commands, which is known as the offset. So I'll enter a shortcut key known as O. Click on enter. After the enter, I will tell the line to offset. I will specify the distance that I want my line to offset to, which is about 5,000. So I'll click on it. I'll pick my line. Then show it the direction I want it to offset to, which is 5,000. Can you see? So I'll pick this line also, show you the direction that I want it to offset to is 3,000. So architecturally, I believe we know that the size of a wall is 225. Some use 230, that is plus the rendering, which is about 50 mm. But I would like to use 225 here. So I will offset also 225, that is 225 millimeter. I click on enter. Take my line offset, pick it offset. So pick this line offset. I'll also offset this. So with this, I'm done with my walls, my external walls. So the next command I'm expected to use is my trim command. So I'll click the shortcut, which is TR, stands for trim. I'll click on enter. Then I'll right click. Right clicking will enable me to be able to extend by pressing shift. But after right clicking, I can just click on my line and trim. So let's assume after I've trimmed the line, I made a mistake. All I need to do is to hold down my shift, then press the line and it extend. Can you see it? So I believe with this we've learned about the trim and the extend. I can still trim my lines since I want them trimmed. I can still trim them. I can still trim them. Still trimming. Trim all the sides of the line. I've done like this. So we have this. We have this. So I believe our drawing is fast looking like what we have here. Yeah, so we have something like this. So I think the door is the next part of it. So because this is not an actual plan, it's just a room, I can decide to place my door anywhere. I go back to my line command, place my line here. Let's say I cut a line. So I'll trim that line. So we'll trim it. I believe we know how to trim now. Trim it, trim it. So we know that for a single leaf door is about 800 mm. All these you get familiar with them if you go and study the architectural designs. You know the standard dimensions of a door, which is about 2.1. In elevation, the weight is about 800. Some doors are 750. Name it. So the next thing is for me to offset this line. Click on offset. I want to offset it 800 mm. We know that this is a plan. We can have a door in elevation, which is about 2.1. So I'll click on my line. Click on my line. Offset it this way. So I have this. Is about 800. So the next thing I'm expected to do is what? Trim. Trim my door to have an opening. So I have this. So this is my opening for my door. So the next thing I'm expected to do is to show the swing of my door. I can decide to have something like this. Have my line come to where the center is. I click on this point, centered. So I have this. I have this. I can decide to raise it up to about 750 mm. 750 mm. Take it this direction. Let's say 50 mm. Thickness of the door. I bring it down. I have another 750. I click on it like this. So the next thing I'm supposed to do is to have an arc which will show the swing of my door. I click on this. I have this. And I have this. So you can see the arc is going in this direction. I click on it and I come and trim it off. So I trim it off like this. I hope the tutorial is still interesting. So I have the door showing this. I have this showing the swing of my door, that the door is opening towards the inside. So with that being done, let's quickly look at the window. Now the window will have something like this. So we have a window. We can still have our line in this direction. Then we trim it off. We trim it off. Of course, I believe we know how to trim. We trim it off like this. And we know that the width of a window can also go as wide as 800. Can have a 600 window when it comes to the toilet. So we offset. So it's still 800. Let's have something like this. So I think we have to indicate that it's a window. So we have something like this. We come to the middle, pick it this way. Have this. So we know that we still have to make it look more like a window, maybe a sliding window. There are different types of window. If you go back and check your architectural textbooks, you see that different symbols, how you'll be able to represent them in plans. So for this, let's quickly show that it's a sliding window. Best of my knowledge, you do something like this. You offset, you have a 50 mm. You offset it in this direction. You offset another 50 in this direction. So I have something like this. So you can still offset, still 50 mm. So you have this, you have this also. So we are going to trim next. What we're going to do next is to trim. So click on our trim command. Have this, have this. So we trim this, we trim this, and we trim this. So this is looking more like a window. Also we trim this, and also trim this. So to avoid the repetition of this on the other side, all we need to do is just to mirror our window from this side to this side. So how do we mirror? There are different ways of mirroring, but I prefer selecting the object or the item you want to mirror, observe the way I'm selecting, the different ways of selecting an object on AutoCAD. Sorry about that. So you have it this way. To select everything, I'm selecting from, that is from right to left. Click on it like this. You see, observe that the whole window part is selected. So I click on my mirror. Click on my mirror. You observe that I want to mirror across the vertical. So I'm going to try to locate the center line of my horizontal line. And you observe that this is a horizontal line. So I click on here. See that midpoint is showing. So you have it, you drag it down. See, place it, then click on your enter to position the mirror. So virtually we have our room plan. So the next thing you observe from here, we have something indicating like it's a door, maybe the handle, the door handle. So you can easily do that too. You can easily come back and do that. So to do that, it's just something, you pick your line command, get a position that suits you, draw it out about, let's say 50 mm, drag it down. 50 mm is too much, so let's just say we have 25 mm. 25 mm. Is that too much? I think that is too small too. So let's just go with the 50 mm. So we have 50 mm here. Go this direction. We have 50 mm. Click, bring it down. Say 50 mm. So we have this. We have this. Something like this. And 50 mm. So you still pick your line command. Have like this. Have it this way. Let's just any dimension that suits you. Have this, the handle. Let's drag it down. Have this. Let's say this. Then we have this. And let's just raise it up a bit. So we have this. So you pick your arc command. You place it here. And you get your last point. Have something like this. You click. Then you come and trim. As usual, you know how to trim by now. So you trim, you have something like your handle, looking like your handle for the door. So what are we expected to do? I believe it's going to also have an handle outside. We should mirror it. So I told you, if you are mirroring across the horizontal, across the vertical, this is a vertical line, this is a vertical line. You pick a center point in the horizontal. So this is the horizontal. Putting it this way, you'll be seeing it. Can you see it down? So click on it. Mirror, that means we'll have something like this. If you compare it to something like this, see you've achieved your door successfully. So the next thing is the dining table. So we have what is known as the rectangle command. Click on it. You have your rectangle. Let's just have it like this. Yeah, so let's have it this way. You can decide to move it so that we'll see the use of the move command. There is it. You highlight your object, click on move, click from where you want to move it. Can you see it? You observe that I can only move either in the horizontal or the vertical. Why? Because my orthogonal button here is clicked. If I unclick it, it's going to be moving 360. But if I want it to be moving in the vertical or the horizontal, I'll click on this to have this. So quickly, without wasting much of our time on this tutorial, let's see how to place the chairs for the table. So I can quickly come here and do like this, do something like this. I have this, the rough job. I have this, I also have this. So I have this as one of my chair. I click on enter since in the line command was the last command, so automatically it will come up. So I click on this. I also have this. I drag it down. I put it this way. Put it this way. Click on enter. So I have another chair. I have this. So I have, let's see. You can decide to let's use the copy command instead of having to do it. So let's highlight my object. I click on copy. Click on where I want to copy it from to where I want to copy it to. I place it. So the next thing is for me to mirror my objects. So I highlight them. You see there are what? The objects that are located on the vertical side. So what I'm supposed to do next is to mirror them along the horizontal. So I have here, pick a line, the horizontal. See them, they're already there. So I drag it down, click, then my enter. You see I've mirrored my chair. So the next one is also for me to mirror this other chair here. So I pick it, I click on mirror. You observe that it's a mirror that is along the is an object that is along the horizontal, so I'm going to be picking a line along the vertical. So I can pick the center point. So picking the center point, I have something like this. I'll click on my enter. So I have my chair. So I can decide to adjust this chair so that we'll see the scale, the use of the scale. There is scale. I can decide to reduce the size by 2. So if I'm going to be reducing it by 2, of course, I'm going to be working with decimal. So that is half. Half is 0.5. If I enter 0.5, you will discover that the size of the chair is reduced. I'm going to indicate where I want it to be. And I click on enter. Sorry, that is a mistake. So I can click on Ctrl Z to return my object. So I click on this. I click on my scale. So I click where I want the object to be located. Then I will write down the scale as 0.5. So you see, it has been reduced. The size has been reduced. So quickly, let's put our let's say center, our light place, call it. Let's put a center piece of cloth or whatever it is called. We have something like this, my ellipse. I can click on my ellipse, click on it, see it. So I'll adjust it to how I want it. If you have I call it a radius, anything it is called, place on it. So quickly, you see that we'll be able to achieve a lot today. And without wasting of much of our time, I would like to bring this tutorial to a close. And in our subsequent tutorials, we'll be seeing how to make the elevations. If you compare these two, you will discover that the same. If I want it to be about this size, I can still come here and scale it. When you click on it, then maybe let's say I want it times 2 of it. Now enter maybe 2, click on enter, discover that it has increased in size. That's another use of scale. There are so many tools we can use. At least we've not seen the trim, we've not seen the fillet, we've not seen the rotate, we've not seen the stretch. There are so many tools we can use in AutoCAD. But I would like to draw the curtain on this tutorial. In our subsequent tutorial, we'll be seeing some other things, some other use, and definitely we'll be drawing the elevations and the roof plans for this room. Thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe, like, follow us on YouTube and on our Facebook page. Invite your friends to come and learn new things instead of wasting their time. Thank you and God bless you.